Welcome to the Cow Corporation's series of videos about software engineering. The topic of this video is initializing an object variable without needing a constructor. Before proceeding, make sure that you have already watched these other videos first. Traditionally, an object's data members get initialized by a constructor function that you program within the class definition. But modern C++ now lets you initialize them directly from the variable's initialization statement using these brace enclosed values without needing to go through any custom constructor. This works with all three types of initialization syntax: implicit, explicit, or uniform. But this new technique only works if all data members have plain old-fashioned data types. It now matters what order you list data members in within the class definition. Because this m_i member is listed first in this example, it will be initialized to the first of these brace enclosed values, which is 11. Because m_f member is listed second, it will be initialized to the second of these brace enclosed values, which is 1.1. You could use this new technique to initialize only the first few data members, leaving the remaining members uninitialized. This no constructor initialization technique also works for initializing an array of objects using a brace enclosed list of brace enclosed initialization values. Except that this doesn't work with explicit initialization syntax. Like any ordinary array, you could omit typing the array's size and let the compiler infer that size based on the amount of data you're giving it. Note that the previous example's class definition did not contain any matching int float constructor. If it does have one, then that matching constructor would have gotten called instead of the new direct member initialization technique for all of these cases. This no constructor technique also can initialize the members of a compiler temporary. A traditional compiler temporary was written as the class name followed by a parenthesized list of values, which get passed to constructor parameters. Uniform initialization of a compiler temporary looks similar, just using braces instead of parentheses. Now, using this new technique, the programmer doesn't type the class name, and no constructor gets called. Now, the compiler temporary appears as simply a brace enclosed list all by itself. Whenever a function's return statement is returning something by value, that return value is a compiler temporary. Client code will usually be copy constructing from that returned compiler temporary. Therefore, this return statement may be programmed using any of these three syntax forms for the compiler temporary.